Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Ntombi. I'm a mom of three living in the UK, and on this channel you'll be seeing a lot of lifestyle content, mom content. I love fashion, I love homemaking, I love traveling, um, I love being a mom. So yeah, you will be seeing a lot of that on this channel. But yeah, Happy New Year. Thank you so much for tuning in. To all my subscribers, thank you so much. You're the reason why I'm still posting. So yeah, your support encourages me to keep going. So I appreciate you more than you know. And if you haven't subscribed, but you love the content that I share on this channel, what are you waiting for? Kindly subscribe. It's free, it doesn't cost anything. Um, so yeah, like I said, guys, Happy New Year. We are now in the year 2026. It's so exciting, it only means that we are growing. Time is not standing still, and we shouldn't be either. So yeah, this is my very first video in the year 2026. So if you're watching this video right now, congratulations, you've made it this far, and we owe everything to God, really. um I am personally very grateful for everything that he continues to do in my life. So yeah, guys, in this video we are going to be chatting quite a lot. Since it's my first video in the year 2026, I decided that why not do like a reflections type of video. So we are going to reflect on the year 2025. um some would call it a recap. A 2025 recap. So yeah, I wrote some things down, so I am going to take you guys through my list, and you can always share what you think in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your reflections are of the year 2025. What are you mostly grateful for? What are you happy about? With the year that has just passed. And obviously, what are you looking forward to? So we are going to reflect on the year 2025 as well as plan on the year 2026. What are your plans for this year? Is there anything that you wish to change, or is there anything that you wish to improve on? I personally do. So yeah, guys, let's get into it. So in the year 2025, well, I have a lot to be grateful for, guys. I really do. In this past year, my family and I were blessed with the latest addition to our family. I had my son in July last year, and I couldn't be more grateful. I am grateful to God for seeing me through, because the journey was certainly not easy. To those that know me and probably follow me on my other social media platforms, you guys probably saw a post that I shared yesterday. Yes, it was yesterday. Or was it the 31st? I can't remember. Either yesterday or the day before yesterday. But I did share that, you know, beginning of 2025 was a bit challenging for me. I was in my first trimester and it was not easy. It was not easy. I was sick. I was actually off sick for like 2 months. I wasn't going to work. That's just how bad it was. Um, but yeah, God saw me through, and here I am with baby Zane. So yeah, he's sleeping right next to me. Um, so yeah, guys, I have a lot to be grateful for. I think of all my 3 pregnancies, his was the most challenging one. It's probably how I knew that, this time around I was going to have a boy. um, because I had never experienced something like that before. When I had my 2 daughters, it wasn't as bad as it was this time around. I was nauseous all the time. I I couldn't eat. It was bad, guys. It was bad. If I, get into it detail by detail, I will probably spend 30 minutes talking about it. But yeah, guys, I'm just grateful that, we are here, a family of 5. Um and my girls are obsessed with their baby brother, and I couldn't be more happier. I couldn't be more happier. So yeah, guys. So I am grateful for my family. Um, I wrote some things down so that I don't leave anything out. Uh, yes, I'm grateful for my family. Um, I think moving to the UK, if there's anything that I have learnt in the past 3 years, it's that family is everything. Because moving here, obviously, we left our extended family in Africa, and in Zimbabwe, in South Africa. So it was just us, my husband and I, with our kids, and you learn to, I don't want to say you learn to appreciate your family more, because obviously I did before, but now, because it's just you are spending almost all the time together, you get to know each other a little bit more. I I'm not sure if other parents can attest to what I'm saying right now or can relate, but as children grow, they change. They are growing more into, you know, their individual selves, and as they grow, they obviously change. And moving here, it's not just them that, were growing, but myself as well. So as we were all growing, we were, you know, getting to know each other a little bit better. So it was, in as much as it wasn't easy at the beginning, I am very grateful for it, because I would like to think that as a family, we have become a tighter unit um, than what we were before. And you know, guys, for those that are married, you probably relate to this as well. But when you spend so much time together that you are all your partner has, and he is all that you have 24/7, it's a whole different dynamic altogether. It's like you are building a new relationship from ground up. Yes, obviously, we knew each other before we moved here. Obviously, because you know, my husband and I have been married for 10 years now. But moving here, because are spending so much time together, because you know, he's my best friend and I am his, we are constantly together. You start to learn some, not new things, but you get to know each other better. And that can either break you or make you. But I'm very grateful that, you know, it did us some good, actually. I would like to think that, you know, I know my husband a bit better than I did before. Actually, quite a lot. I'm very confident in that statement. I know him quite a lot. And I'd like to think that, you know, it's the same for him. So yeah, I am very grateful for that. And I am also very grateful for health, my health, my children's health, my husband's health. We are all healthy, and I am very grateful for that. You know, some people say health is wealth, and that couldn't be more true. Um, so I'm very grateful for that as well. I'm grateful for, you know, all the blessings, all the victories. Like I said, guys, God has seen us through a lot of, you know, hard times, and we have come out on the other side stronger than before. And you know, it's all because of God, really. So I am also grateful for that. I'm also grateful for my friends, the old ones, the new ones. If there's one thing that, you know, God has truly blessed me with, I guess I'd like to say discernment. I am able to tell that this person is for me and this person is not for me. And that's something that, you know, every person needs. There's so many people that have made the wrong friends time and time again. And it's not because, you know, they are doing anything wrong, really, no. Sometimes it's just, you know, you meet the wrong people and, you know, you trust the wrong people and then it doesn't end well. But I have been truly blessed. I've had the same friends for the longest of time. I've also had new friends that, you know, have really crossed oceans for me, if I can put it that way. I mean, if you have been watching my videos from the beginning, you probably know the names to all my friends, and I'm always talking about them. That's just how special they are, you know, to me. So I'm also very much grateful for that. What else? I'm also grateful that, in 2025 I got the chance to travel back home to see, my family, both, in South Africa and Zimbabwe. So yeah, guys, I'm also grateful for that as well. I have a lot to be grateful for, guys. I think I've just, tried to sum it up. I'm also grateful for my career as well. I am grateful, to God for taking me this far, and I believe I still have a long way to go. I think I'll also touch more on that on my plans and goals for 2026. So yeah, guys, I am also grateful for this channel, guys. I really am. I'm grateful for the family that, we have managed to build here on this channel. I'm grateful for you, the people that are watching. Thank you so much for the love and support. Like I said, guys, I appreciate you more than you know. I had always wanted to start my channel for some time, but I always had something that, held me back mentally. So finally, in the year 2025, towards the end of it, I finally got the courage to, start the channel. So I am very grateful to God for that. Not everyone gets to do what, they love doing. And this, I definitely love doing. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I think let's get into the segment of um our plans and goals for 2026. So these are mine. Like I said, guys, please don't forget to share in the comment section what you are grateful for, your 2025 recap, and your plans for 2026, if you don't mind sharing. So yeah, guys, my plans, they are not, like specific measurable goals. They are generic, if I can put it that way. They are generic but very precise, and they are very meaningful to me. To those, I obviously have like a separate list of goals, the measurable ones, where I will also take time to look back at the end of this year and say, this is what I managed to do. But these ones that I'm going to share with you guys, these qualitative. The measurable ones that I was talking about, that's more quantitative, and these ones, what I am mostly excited about, the qualitative goals and plans for the year 2026. So the first one is maximizing on family time. So to those that know what I do for a living, I'm a social worker, and it's a very demanding profession, very busy, that you can get lost in the work and you forget to prioritize what really matters, which is family. Like I said, guys, moving to the UK has taught me one thing: family really is everything. So I would like to maximize on family time. And with that being said, um, I am not going to wait for, the big moments, so that, we can create memories together. No, I am going to make sure that I create special memories in the small moments, finding joy in the in between. You know how it is when you get so excited because something major is happening in your life, like you are looking forward to something, and it keeps your spirits, you know, up. It keeps your spirits up. It keeps you, you know, jovial, if I can put it that way. I am not going to wait for that. I'm going to find happiness and joy in the in betweens, in the small things. For instance, I, I obviously love being a mom, and my plan is to spend a lot of time with, my kids, creating special memories in the smallest of things. It could be us, baking together, or cooking together, or playing games, family games, and just spending time as a family unit. And I am really going to put my all in making sure that I prioritize that, and I don't keep, you know, postponing to do things. Whatever it is I plan on doing, I would like to just go ahead and do it, rather than, say, oh, on Saturday, this is what I'm going to do with my family. If I want to do something, I'm just going to go ahead and do it then. So, yeah, guys, that's what I hope to do in the year 2026. Um, so it's not just going to be a matter of, hoping. I'm actually going to do it. And, I will be updating you guys on how it's going. And I also plan on, strengthening my relationship with God. Um, like I said, guys, here in the UK, life can get so busy that, um, sometimes you would think to yourself, oh, I am so tired. Um, and oh, I just want to sleep. And, you probably don't go to church on that Sunday because you're so tired because, you were working the previous day or whatever. I am going to make sure that I go to church every Sunday. Um, if there's one thing that I've never compromised on, it's prayer time. And that's one thing that I've also made sure my kids also get, accustomed to. My 5-year old can now, recite like a meaningful prayer. And you can tell when she's praying that, she means every word of it. And she knows how important it is. She knows what she's talking about. And that's one thing that I am also very proud of. I am grateful to God that my children have the privilege of, knowing God. At the same time, I'm also proud of myself for making sure that that happens. So, my family and I, we pray every day. And that's something that I want to continue doing. But the reason why I was talking about going to church every Sunday is because I also know how important it is to fellowship. So that's one of my, most important goals or plans for the year 2026, going to church every Sunday. And obviously, digging more into the Word of God and just strengthening my relationship with God. It's something that, um, I'm obviously going to put my all in, and the Holy Spirit will guide me in that as well. But I am very intentional about it, not just in this year, but going forward. So yeah, guys, and what else? And so yeah, guys, earlier on I was talking about my career. So being a social worker, if I'm being honest, it's not something that I always wanted to do since I was young. If I say that, I would definitely be lying. But it's something that I fell in love with when I was working in SA. My job in South Africa made me fall in love with my profession because I got to know how much social workers can contribute to the society. I It was my introduction to humanitarian work, to charity work, to community work, and to social work in general. So with that, it obviously sort of cultivated um, a strong passion in me for community work, if I'm being specific. Um, Working as a social worker here in the UK, it's not as similar as, the work that I was obviously doing when I was in SA. Yes, they are obviously, you know, it's still the same profession, and there are still some aspects that I used to do back then that I still do now. But the one that I explained earlier is what mostly speaks to the inner me, if that makes sense. And in this year, um, there are things that, I would like to go back to. I want to kickstart, some of my career goals that align with that specific part of my profession. And there are certain projects that, I have in the works that I believe God will, lead me and guide me in, implementing or kickstarting. And I am also intentional about, starting certain projects that I know will last um, for the longest of time. Certain projects that I can safely say this is, a future for my kids. Living a life of a professional, it has its, perks and struggles. And it's not the only thing actually that I want my kids to look forward to. I think it's if we are talking about, generational wealth, It's probably something that I would also need like a separate video to talk about, but it's something that I'm also intentional about in this year and more years to come. Doing things or doing projects that foster um, the road to generational wealth. I am very intentional about leaving, a legacy for my kids. And not just, them thinking that having a degree is what's going to put food on the table. No, I definitely want them to know that, there is more to life than that. I obviously want them to know that, it's not always the best to look forward to working for someone else, but working for yourself, really, which is something that, if I'm being honest, most of us growing up, we were never really taught. Um, we only knew that, we have to go to school, do well in school, get degrees, and then go off to look for jobs. But I am definitely planning on taking not an entirely different route altogether, but a more precise route that encourages doing things for yourself, if that makes sense. So, yeah, guys, I think that's just about it. If I'm being honest, I wasn't really done with my list. I still have a lot at the back of my mind that I would want to, uh, ponder upon and see how I can, you know, channel those things to my 2026 goals and plans. But yeah, guys, that's basically um, the things that I have, really thought about and told myself, you know what, this is what I'm going to focus on. Zane is awake. So yeah, guys, it was so nice talking to you guys. Happy New Year. I wish you all the best in this year. I pray that God will guide you and lead you in your endeavors for 2026. I pray that God will continue to bless you endlessly, abundantly, and I pray for elevation. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. See you guys next time. It's bye for now. Kisses.